Hello, good day, and welcome to Diaspora Facts. Today, we specially welcome you to this program, Facts in Diaspora Happenings. Today, we want to quickly tell you again, remind you that rumors are important, but the authenticity of every rumor, the fact of every rumor, is what should be paramount to an individual. That's why we remain the only channel that brings facts over rumors. We don't just dive into videos production. We don't just dive into dictionary informations, or not until we are certified that this information is a fact, and then we can bring the information to our viewers. Here today, we want to bring to you the update of our last video, which is Decreto Cura Italia. I want to specifically thank those of us, those individuals that commented, those our viewers that commented on the last video. I want to specifically thank a brother that commented for the correction, that saying that cura in Italy is not cure, but rather care. Okay, we might decided to take it that way, but nevertheless, translation of another man's language is a little bit not accurate. If you translate the word cura, you will discover that it translates as cure, and at the same time it translates as care. Okay, cura, let's take it in that angle, Italy care decree, or cure Italy decree. Anyhow, we are going to call it, but today we want to be looking at it from the angle of Italy care decree. So today we want to bring you an update of the benefits of the 600 euros. Who are those that are qualified? Specifically, we want to talk about the 600 euro and the 1,000 euro. Who are those that are qualified? According to the INPS portal, according to the decree, the particular amount of that 600 euro was specifically noted as bonus babysitter. Bonus babysitters. Okay, now we are not looking at the indemnity of the 600 euro of indemnity. That is the una tantum. We are looking at the bonus babysitter. That is the extraordinary leave, extraordinary parental leave. That is the one we want to be looking at this morning. And in case you are just joining us for the very first time, you are watching our video for the very first time, and you are yet to subscribe, please, we want to beg you that don't watch this video without pressing the subscription button. And if you feel that this video was good, you can as well share to your friends, share to your loved ones, even share to that person which you tag as your enemy. It doesn't mean money does not have enemy. So share to that person so that the person will benefit from this video as well, and so that the person can hastily apply for this if he or she qualifies for this particular bonus. Now, the 600 euro. Meanwhile, we are not going to be looking at the una tantum. We are not going to be looking at the 600 euro indemnity fund, the una, which was tagged as una tantum, the one that is given to those who are professionals, or who are partita IVA, those who have VAT numbers. That is not the amount we want to be looking at this morning. But the one we want to be looking at is the 600 and 1,000 euro that will be beneficiary to the general public, that is the workers. Now, not the employers now, but rather the employee. Let's quickly dive into it. What does INPS says concerning this particular amount, which was tagged as baby sitting bonus? Now, we want to quickly look at the INPS, the information that INPS brought for this particular amount. Let me quickly read it to you. According to INPS, it says that with law decree of 17th March 2020, number 18, for the year 2020, starting from March 5 as a consequence of the suspension of educational services for children and educational activities in schools of all levels. DPC 4th March 2020. That was the law that they passed to suspend the educational activities for children and educational services. That was the law was tagged as DPC 4 March 2020. That is March 4th, 2020. That was when the ministries passed this law. Now let's quickly look at what this is. It says DPC 4 March 2020, specific parental leave has been provided for in articles 23 and 25 for a continuous or split period. Now, the articles 23 and 25 provide this particular leave. If you look at the DPC March 4, 2020 decree, you will see it there. Just go straight to articles 23 and 25. You will see that this particular law was passed on the 4th of March 2015 and 2020. On the 4th of March, this particular decree was passed on the 4th of March 2020. Now let's see. However, not more than 15 days in total for children up to 12 years of age for parents, alternatively between them. Now, this particular bonus will not be more than 15 days. That is, the calculation is of 15 days from the law, from where the law was passed. That was on the 4th of March, starting from on the 5th of March till if you count the 15 days of it, that should be on the 20th of March. Okay, now let's see who is qualified to apply for this particular bonus of 600 euro. Now let's see it specifically. As an alternative to the use of parental leave, it is provided for the following workers. Number 1, private sector employees. If you are employed by private sectors, for example, you work in restaurants, you work in a hotel, you work in a bank, you work in anywhere this particular epidemiological outbreak has affected. You are working in these areas, so you are qualified. As we earlier stated before in our previous video, if you want to know well the sector that this decree has affected, this COVID-19 has affected, you can go back to our video and watch that. Now, private sector employees registered exclusively to the separate management referred to in Article 2, Paragraph 26 of the law of 8 August 1995, number 335. If you go straight to that law, you will see what the law says of 1995, number 335, Article 2, Paragraph 26 of the law of 8 August 1995. Okay, another people that qualify for this particular bonus is self-employed registered with INPS. If you are self-employed, that is, you have partita IVA, you have VAT number, you can apply for this bonus as well, provided that your self-employed organization is registered to INPS. That is to say that you pay your taxes to INPS. Okay, another people that are qualified are self-employed, registered with professional fund, subject to communication by the respective social security fund of the number of beneficiaries. If you are self-employed, professional self-employed, like the engineers, we make mention of them before, like the engineers, they are professional self-employed. That is to say that, but you're self-employed, you must be registered. It must be registered with professional fund. Professional fund. Those of us who are under this category, we understand what INPS is trying to say here. The possibility of choosing the payment of bonuses for the purchase of babysitting services in the maximum total of for the family of 600 euros to be used for assistance and provision of children during the period of closure of school education services, e.g., in the presence of multiple children under the age of 12, and bonus can also be registered, can also be requested for all children, but not more than the overall amount of 600 euro for the family. Now, what does this mean? Here I talk about the purpose why this bonus were given, why the 600 euro was given. Now, it said the purpose is to maximize total for the family of 600 euros to be used for assistance and provision. The purpose of this 600 euros is to be used for assistance and provision of children during the period of closure of school education services. That is, this 600 euros is given to parents now. E-genitory is given to parents now to assist parents to take care of the children, because naturally the school are supposed to be taking care of your children, because when you pay for educational services, it therefore means that you have liberty, you are free to go to your various work, while some set of people, the school management, take care of your children. And right now, the school management is not taking care of your children. They are sitting at home as well. So therefore, this money is necessary for you. It's like a return for you to take care of your children instead of them taking care of the children for you now, because everybody's at home. But meanwhile, your child must be less than 12 years of age. Your child must be less than 12 years of age, irrespective of the number of children that you have. Look at it here. It says under the age of 12, the bonus can also be requested for all children, but not more than the overall amount, 600 euros for the family. That is to say that if you have multiple children, if you have 2 or 3 children, you can apply for this bonus for all the children, but the maximum amount that will be given to the family unit will not be more than 600 euro. So you can apply for one child, 600 euro will be given to you. If you apply for 2, 600 euro can still be given to you. That is what this particular phrase is, this particular paragraph is trying to explain to us. The benefits also belong to the foster parents for national and international adoptions and pre-adoptive foster care, provided that in the family unit, the other parents, natural or foster, is not a beneficiary of supportus. Now, let me quickly explain this particular one. Now, both the natural parents, that is, if you give birth to your child by yourself, you are entitled for it. You already know that. But your child must be 12 years of age, less than 12 years of age. Now, it is also applied for parents who are foster parents. That is, they adopted their children. You can adopt your child nationally or internationally. It doesn't mean, provided your adoption is legal. Your adoption was registered. Now, if you adopt your child, you are qualified for this particular bonus. And if you give birth to your child, you are qualified for this particular bonus. But remember, your child must be less than 12 years of age. And in other way, is that both the natural and the foster parents are not a beneficiary of support tools. In the family units now, we are not talking about... Now, there's one thing I want to clear to you. If as a father, you are the one that applied for this particular... because we are talking about family units. Now, you must understand that family units, your father can apply or the mother can apply for this particular bonus for their children. But it will not be permitted for a mother to apply and at the same time a father will apply. If you like, you split the child. Maybe you have your child, your first child that is called John, for example, and John is less than 12 years, and now Joseph is less than 12 years as well, the second child. Now you now decide to say that, okay, father, you take one, why mother, I will apply for this one, making the total to become 1,200 euro. It doesn't work like that. That is fraud. So you must be careful what they mean by family units. It is allowed that one person should apply in a family unit because family is a unit and they are not to split themselves. So one person should apply in a family unit. The mother can apply, the father can apply because you need one codice fiscale to do that. Whether you are a foster parent or you are a natural parent. Now, but the family unit should apply. But remember, bear it in mind that your child must be less than 12 years of age. And your child should be registered in one of the schools. We said it in our previous video, but we want to be specific in this other video. Your child must be less than 12 years of age, and your child must be registered in one of these schools. When we talk about one of these schools, we talk about either the daycare, either the primary or the secondary, doesn't mean, but your child must be less than 12 years of age. And the family units, a member of the family unit should not be a beneficiary of support tools. Support tools like NASP. Every one of us know NASP as one of the support tool program organized, set up by the Italian government to care for those who lost their job. Now, if you are a member of your family has any financial support tool like NASP, CIGO, that is CIGO, and CIGS, CIGS, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of support tools that people are benefiting from even before this COVID-19 outbreak. There are a lot of support tools in Italy that families are benefiting from. If your family is benefiting from any support tool, that family unit will be excluded. Will be excluded of this 600 euro bonus babysitters. The babysitters 600 euro bonus. Now let's proceed. The aforementioned age limit of 12 years does not apply to children with disabilities in situations of gravity ascertained pursuant to Article 4, Paragraph 1 of Law Number 104, subscribers to schools of every order and degree or hosted in daycare centers. Now, what does this paragraph talk about? If your child... Now, we talk about the age limit of 12. The only way you can qualify for this is that your child must be less than 12 years of age. But this age limit does not apply to disability children. If you have a disabled child, the disabled child might be in the university, it might be in the daycare, it might even be 13 years, 15 years, 17 years, 20 years. That particular child will be qualified because he or she is a disabled child. Now, this age limit does not apply to children with disabilities. But not just disabilities, because disabilities is rated, they are rated in different categories. The disabilities must be in situation of gravity ascertained pursuant to Article 4, Paragraph 1 of Law number 104, subscriber to schools of every order and degree or hosted in daycare centers. Now, there are a lot of laws that govern the government of Italy, that govern the nation Italy. Now, if you have a disabled child, they are gravitized. That is to say, they are graded. There are some that are graded, okay, this one is disabled, but not that of a critical situation. The other one is disabled, but of a critical. I think there's a way they categorize this thing. So you can go straight to the law of the pursuant to article. You can go to Article 4, Paragraph 1 of Law number 104, subscribers to schools of every order. You can go to that law and read it by yourself. Now, let's take a look at this. The bonus is paid by INPS. Meanwhile, we are reading this from the INPS portal right now. The bonus is paid by INPS the bonus is paid by INPS through the family booklets referred to in Article 54Bs, Law of 24 April 2017, number 50. Now, you see that this law now, this Decreto Curia Italia is now linking from one law to another, from another law to another. Now, there's another law now of 24 April 2017, number 50. If you read the Article 54Bs of this law, go to number 50 of it, the line 50 of it, you will see that every family has a booklet. The law refers to the family booklet. Now, this amount of this 600 euro will be paid to the family booklet, through the family booklet. You understand that, as referred to in the Article 54Bs, Law of 24 April 2017, number 50 of it. The beneficiaries of the bonus, therefore, have the burden of registering promptly as users of the family book on the INPS website in this special session dedicated to occasional services family booklet link. Likewise, they must register as providers on the INPS platform dedicated to occasional services, the subjects who provide babysitting services. Now, the only place you can register for this particular booklet and for this 600 euro is the INPS portal. I've told you before. Now you can go straight to INPS portal and go and register, go and apply for this. Go straight to a dedicated aspect in the INPS platform dedicated to occasional services, the subjects who provide babysitting services. After you have met up this requirement, once the bonus has been granted by the INPS, the beneficiary parent must carry out the so-called appropriation of the bonus through the family booklet within 15 calendar days of receiving the communication of acceptance of the application through the electronic channel indicated in the application itself. Now, when you submit this application for this extraordinary leave, parental leave, when you submit this application to the INPS, through the INPS portal, you will wait for a communication that you were approved or you were disapproved. Now, as a result of the provisions of Article 25, Paragraph 3 of the Law Decree, as of March 5th, 2020, the bonus for the assistance of children under 12 years age limit that can be exceeded in the presence of children severely handicapped. It is also for employees of public and private health sector. Now, this particular bonus is also for employee. No, I told you before now that the requirement for this, I told you before now that this bonus, who can apply for it are the private sector, the employee of the private sector employees registered exclusively in the separate management referred to in Article 2, paragraph 26 of the law of 8 August 1995, number 335, and also for self-employed registered with INPS, self-employed registered with professional funds, subject to communication by the respective social security fund of the number of beneficiary. And the same thing now, INPS is telling us that this particular bonus the people can also be for, it's also for private and public employee, but not just every public employees, but there are some selected public employees that are qualified. But meanwhile, the age of your child must not be more than 12 years. So you must get that straight. Now, the public employees that are qualified, the public and private health sector, accredited alternately to the specific leave, that is extraordinary leave, they are already enjoying belonging to the following categories. Now, you already know that doctors and nurses, biomedical laboratory technicians, medical radiology technicians, and social and health workers, they are still on service now. They are still working now. You already know that these health people, they are still working because the COVID-19 is really affecting them. They are the people that is battling with it. They are the people that are fighting it right now, the health sectors. But their children are at home. These people are working, but their children are at home. So they might be paying for babysitters for their children. So they are also qualified, even though they are working, they are not sitting at home, they are also qualified to apply for this bonus. Further, the bonus for babysitting services is also due to the staff of the security sector, defense and public aid, used for the needs related to the epidemiological emergency from COVID-19. Now, you also agree with me that police, they are working on Carabineries, Guardia de Finance, the Red Cross, and so on and so forth. They are working as we speak now. Vigilante de Fuoco, they are working because they are the people that are taking care of this particular virus. But even though they are working, just like the health sectors, the workers of the health sectors, both private and public, they are also qualified to apply for this particular bonus because their children are sitting at home. But provided they must have a child that was registered, that is registered in one of these schools, and the child must not be of more than age of 12. So you must get that straight. You must get that straight. Okay, in such cases, the bonus is recognized by the INPS in the maximum overall limit of 1,000 euros per nucleus family. Now, for the sectors, for the medical sector, and for the workers under the medical sectors and the defense, the security and defense, their bonus now will be more than 600 euro. So their bonus now will not be 1,000 euro, depending on the number of children in their family units. So it will be up to 1,000 euros per nucleus family. And is always provided by the INPS through the family booklet referred to in Article 54B's Law 24, April 2017, number 50. We have said that before. Warning. Now, he specifically states a warning here. And this warning was written so boldly with red. What is the warning? Except as provided for minors with serious disabilities in all cases, the limit 12 years of age must not be exceeded of March 5th, 2020. Now, let me quickly explain to you. A lot of people, we all agree that when your child, if you ask a parent that, how old are you? They will tell you, I was born 2001. Now, for the fact that I was born 2001, maybe you are asking the child now in July, for example, it will tell you, I was born 2001. So if you're asking, how old are you? The person will tell you, I am 19 years old. And now you were born June 2001. You are not up to 19 years old. Get that straight. You are not up to 19 years old. Because we are not yet in June. For example, maybe we were born in June 5th. You are not up to June 5th now. We are not in June 5th now. So you are less than 19 years old. The same way, the government specifically stated that from on the 5th of March this year, 2020, that is when the age will be rated. So if your child were already 12 years and a day on the 15th of March, at as 15th of March this year, you will be automatically disqualified for this bonus. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Your age, if a child was born 12 years ago, should be if you minus 12 away from 20, I think that will give you 2008. So if you were born 2008, March 4th, 2008, your child was born March 4th, 2008, for example. And now, you will not be qualified, and that is your only child. Is already in school, is in school, registered in school, make you qualify. Is staying at home, make you qualify. But because he or she was born on March 4th, 2008, you will be automatically disqualified because at as March 4, 2020, the child was already 12 years. Now, March 5th, 2020, the child is now 12 years and a day. Automatically, the child has been disqualified. The family unit has been disqualified, except they have other child that is schooling and is less than 12 years of age. Get that straight. That is what this paragraph is telling us right now. It's a warning. Except as provided for minors with serious disabilities, in all cases, the limit 12 years of age must not be exceeded on March 5, 2020, except the child is a disabled child, as stated in the law that we have given you before. But if your child is not a disabled child, is a normal child, and is already 12 years and a day, automatically he or she have disqualified the family unit. Okay. Attention. It said for the benefits referred to in Article 23 of the law number 18, 2020, that was this Decreto Cura Italia. In Article 23 of Decreto Cura Italia, DL number 18, 2020, a total allocation is foreseen for the year 2020 equal to 1,261.1 million euros. Now, let me explain this to you. The government specifically budgeted an amount for this particular Italy care now. The government specifically budgeted an amount for this particular bonus babysitting babysitting bonus. Now, the amount the government budgeted for it is overall amount of 1,261.1 million euros. You understand? This is the amount. It ended for specific leave and the bonus for babysitting for private sector workers enrolled in separate and independent management for public workers in the sectors considered by the standard. The bonus for babysitting services is recognized within the overall limit of 30 million euros for the year 2020. Let me explain to you. There are two amounts that was budgeted. For those of us who work under the private sector, who are self-employed, registered with INPS, and who are professionals, self-employed, registered under the professional fund. Now, these people, the money budgeted by the government, the overall sum is 1,261.1 million euros. You understand this? That is the overall. Now, if you do not apply for this particular one, or the people that applied for this particular bonus, if they are more than the people that qualify now, if they are more than this amount, the disbursement, the remuneration will be stopped. Once the INPS reaches this amount, the remuneration will be stopped. You already know that a lot of people are working. A lot of people are working in Italy under this private sector, under the professional self-employed, and under self-employed that are registered with INPS. There are a lot of people. And now, if everybody applied, for example, and everybody, let's assume everybody that are working have a child that is less than 12 years of age. Now, once the INPS approve everybody meet the requirement and they approve everybody, you will discover that the money will be exhausted. And once they reaches the maximum limit, the maximum amount of that, of the money budgeted for this program, they will stop automatically. Now, for the people that are working in the private and the public health centers, and also for those who are working under the defense and security that are combating this COVID-19 pandemic, there will be the money budgeted for them, which I told you before that is maximum of 1,000 euro per family unit. The money budgeted by the government, the Italian government, is 30 million euros. And once it exceeds that 30 million euros, they will automatically stop. If a doctor is so busy to apply it, and before he now applied, and maybe every other doctors have applied, the nurses have applied, technician is the radiomedical aspect, they have applied, and the police have applied, the carabinieri have applied, and the doctor was so busy to apply. And before the doctor now applied, the limit have already reached, before considering the doctor that he or she qualifies, the limits of the amount of 30 million euros have already reached. Automatically, even though he or she is qualified, the INPS payment will stop. So get us straight. I've explained this before. If the INPS have reached the limit of acceptance, the other ones that are qualified will be placed in the reserve. Not until government bring out another law, the INPS cannot pay them. So they will remain in the reserve. But so it is advisable that people should apply on time. That's why we are bringing this in English language, so that those of us who do not understand Italian, who does not understand Italian very well, we should be able to understand the English language. So far, so well, we are not using any vocabularies that are too high. We are trying to be using simple English here. So, This application form is available online on the INPS website at the following address: www.inps.it. The application can be submitted in the following ways. Number one, the website, which is www.inps.it, section online services, citizen services, authentication, with the device PIN, application for income support services, bonus for babysitting services. These are the way you can apply for it. When you go to the online, now let me explain to you. When you go to the website of INPS, INPS, maybe pick up your computer and type inps.it. You just type it, you just launch it. I press enter. You see the thing will take you to the INPS portal. When you get to the INPS portal, you go to the application, you go to online services. Once you get to online services, you go to citizen services, authentication. You must log into the website before you can get access to apply for this particular one. A lot of us does not have the INPS PIN. we have been in the land of Italy for years, and yet we don't have the INPS PIN. The INPS PIN, whereby you can get your extracto conto, for example, your extracto conto, the payment of your tax. How do you even know that somebody is paying your tax? You are working with somebody. Maybe the person might be giving you a busta paga. The person might be giving you tax payment form slip, tax payment slip. It might be giving you tax payment slip, which is known as busta paga. And you yourself, as a citizen who is living in this land, you cannot even access your tax payment platform. How do you know whether somebody is paying your real money to the INPS? Your busta paga might be carrying €1,000, and whereas what is being sent to the INPS, the tax that the person being paid for you is total amount of €600 salary. How do you know? How do you control your income? How do you control your money? How do you control everything that the person is paying for you? That's why it is very necessary, not because you want to benefit from this €600. It is very necessary for one who is living in a nation, Western culture nation like this, a nation where everybody is permitted to have access to some certain government website. You should be able to log in and control your financial income, what they are paying, your taxes. You should be able to pay it, to be able to control it. Somebody can just call you, just pay your tax. And the person gave you a busta paga of €1,000. And maybe the person have observed that you are not even interested in the busta paga and thereabouts. And a lot of us don't even collect busta paga. What we are interested of is the money that he or she is paying to us. We just collect the money and then we call it a day. The busta paga is resting there. Now, not until maybe your busta paga is needed, you will now be running to your employee and to your employer and be telling he or she that, hey, I need my busta paga, and whereas you are not even there anymore. You are not even there. But remember, when you want to declare your income, if you want to declare your income with the TGL, for example, and you want to declare your income to access anything, these are the websites that we access, not what you will say with your mouth that the total money I received for the year 2003, they were all €6,000. No, but when they log in, because all these people, they have access to your INPS portal. When they log into your INPS portal, or not only INPS portal that can give you the extracto conto, the what is it called? Agenzia Entrata, you can also have your PIN there. Through your Agenzia Entrata website platform, you can get your extracto conto. A lot of us does not have access to these things. Okay. Now, the person must be able to, we already told you ways to apply for this form before we divert a little bit. Ways to apply for this form, you should be able to go to the INPS website, www.inps.it, INPS.IT under the section online services. Then under online services, you go to citizen services, Chitadini. You go to Chitadini. Meanwhile, I'm talking in English now. When you go to under citizen services, Services Chitadini, then you go to authentication, that is log in. With the device PIN that the INPS gave to you, you can log in. And when you have logged in, go to application for income support services. Under there, you can go to bonus for babysitting services. Then when you have gotten this, you will see it. Read whatsoever you want to read them. Then you get your form there. Fill every details, your codice fiscale, your name of your child, everything you want to fill, where you are working, depending on what they brought to you, you fill them and then submit from one page to the other. If you omit anything, you cannot be able, from the first page, you will not be able to migrate to the next page. The first page is yourself, that talk about data of yourself. Now, if you miss the page of the data of yourself, maybe your age, now it should be able to put some certain ones there, your name, your codice fiscale, your age, because all these are necessary when you applied for this PIN. Once you log in, you already log in and they know who is assessing, so that you'll be able to put some certain ones there. Then you are able to fill the other part, then next the page, but don't omit anything to avoid disqualification. Another way to also apply is by calling the Integrated Contact Center toll-free numbers, which is 303-164. These are free from landlines. Or number 06164-164 from mobile network with tariff for the calling user. That they will charge you. If you call this one, they will charge you over it. You understand? So these are the information we want to bring to you. But meanwhile, you should, before applying, try as much as possible to understand this video. But I must tell you, the faster you apply for this particular bonus, the better for you. Because once the limit of the amount, the total amount that was set aside for this program, I think that amount is for private workers, for those that I made mention before, the amount is 1,261.1 million euros. So you should be able to understand that once the INPS reaches their maximum of this amount for the qualifier, for those that have approved, every other one that are approved, they will be put in the reserve section. Not until governments come in again and make another law and says that, okay, this is a law. They can call it Bs to the previous law. Bs to the previous law by add fund. That we prompt them to add more fund to this particular account. Then INPS can continue to pay. Or if the government decide not to add more funds, INPS can decide to close. That's why the best way to get qualified, the best way to receive this money when you are qualified is to apply it on time. Because the faster you apply, the better for you. Because these services is going to be first come, first serve. So I want to thank you once again for watching Diaspora Fact. Please, I beg you, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and share this video to one another. Share it to your friends. Share it to them so that they will get to understand. If you cannot even apply for it, you can send us an email. We should be able to get your details and tell you and advise you on how to do it. You can send us an email. We can assist you. But meanwhile, it is better to call the lines that he's provided. If you don't trust any person you are sending your details for, because every details, especially your codice fiscale, combined with your name, your age, combined with your addresses, combined with anything you are giving out, they are very, very important and they should be secret. That's why before anybody takes your information, he or she must sign one paper or the other. You must give a consent that, okay, I permit you to use my private informations to whatsoever you want to use it for. So you can send us an email, but we will not be able to help you out, but we can be able to advise you on what to do. You can tell us whether you are qualified. Just discuss with us. We will answer you so on time. So as far as possible. If you want to send the email, you can send the email on the email that is displaying right now, which is diaspora.fats@gmail.com. We'll be able to answer you as fast as possible. Meanwhile, thank you for watching Diaspora Facts. Please share the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ciao, ciao. We love you.